Good morning class. Today we are going to go into the next segment of your biology lesson, and that is tissues. In the previous class you have already studied about cells, plant cell, animal cell, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells and the various cell organelles. Now in tissue chapter we are going to study what are tissues and what are the different types of tissues present in plants and what are the different types of tissues present in animals. Now, what are tissues? Tissues are a group of similar cells performing a specific function. So, tissues are a group of cells, similar cells which perform a specific function, like they may perform only digestion. Group of cells may perform only respiration. So, they are that type of tissues. An organ is a group of similar tissues performing a specific function. Similarly, an organ system is a group of organs which perform a specific function. Like for example, in the digestive system we have many digestive organs like mouth, esophagus, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, pancreas and liver. So all these organs together perform a specific function of digestion. Then that forms an organ system. Plant tissues are of two types. They are meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues are those tissues which have the capacity of dividing and redividing. Permanent tissues are those which have lost the capacity of division. Now, let us study the characteristics of meristematic tissues in detail. The cells of the meristematic tissues are small. The cells are cubical. The cell wall of the meristematic tissue is thin. The nuclei are large. Vacuoles are absent, and the cell wall has no intercellular spaces, and cells keep dividing and re-dividing. Intercellular space means in between two cells there is no space at all. Then it is called as the cells lacking intercellular spaces. And new cells are transformed into mature permanent tissues. Now, there are two types of meristematic cells based on their location. One is apical or terminal, the other one is lateral. Apical or terminal means the meristematic tissues which are present at the tips of shoot and root and in the axil of the leaf. They are called as apical or terminal meristems. Now, these shoot or these meristems, they help in division, and that is why the plant grows in length. So apical meristems, that is, they are present at the tips of root and shoot. They actually enhance in the growth of the plant, and the bud which is present in the lateral position, in the terminal position or in the axils of the leaf, they help also in growth of branches. Now, lateral meristems are those meristems which are present in the sides of the roots and stems, which help in the diameter, which help in the growth in diameter wise. That means the width of the plant increases, the width of the root, the width of the stem increases due to the lateral meristems. Permanent tissues are those tissues which have lost the capacity of dividing and redividing, and permanent tissues may be living or dead, whereas meristematic tissues are always living. Now, permanent tissues are of three types. They are protective permanent tissues, supportive permanent tissues and conducting permanent tissues. Under protective permanent tissues, you will see that the cells are very thick-walled and they are found on the surface of root, stems and leaves. Example, epidermis, the skin of the plant, you can say. Now, supporting permanent tissues are of three types. They are the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchymatous cells are thin-walled cells. They are either oval, circular or polygonal in shape, and the cells are living. They are found in soft parts of the plant body and they have a single large vacuole, and these parenchymatous cells, they provide temporary support to the plants. Now, collenchyma are thick-walled cells, and unlike parenchyma whereas parenchyma is thick-walled and it is living, and it is found in the leaf stalk. Leaf stalk means this is the leaf stalk. So parenchymatous cells are present in the leaf stalk and below the epidermis, and they also provide support. And the last one is sclerenchyma, which is thick-walled, long, narrow, and the cells of the sclerenchyma are always dead, and they are found in stems and leaf margin. So they are found in the stems and the leaf margins and veins of the leaf, and they provide mechanical support, a tough support to the plant. Conducting tissues or transporting tissues are the ones which are present in the plants, and there are two types of conducting tissues or transporting tissues which help in transporting the materials from one part of the plant body to another part of the plant body, and they are xylem and phloem. Now in your PDF I have given you a comparative study of xylem and phloem, so kindly learn that table thoroughly, and so that you can find out the difference between xylem and phloem. Xylem transports water and mineral salts from the root. They absorb, xylem vessels are present abundantly in root, they are present everywhere in the plant body. So the xylem vessels of the root, they absorb the water and mineral salts and they supply it to various parts of the plant body. Similarly, phloem, they transport food materials which are manufactured in the leaf and transport it to various parts of the plant body. So they transport food from the leaf to various parts of the plant body. Xylem is composed of tracheids, vessels, xylem fiber and xylem parenchyma. Phloem is composed of sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma and phloem fibers. Now, tracheids are made up of elongated dead cells. So the tracheids of xylem, they are made up of elongated dead cells and they provide mechanical support. Whenever you come across that they are dead cells, that means they will only help in mechanical support. Now, sieve tubes are made up of elongated cells with perforations. Perforations means they are having pores. Numerous holes are present in sieve tube and they help in transportation of food. And these sieve tubes, they are closely connected with the companion cells with the help of sieve tubes. That is, each sieve tube joins together with the companion cell. Now, xylem vessels are hard, thick and lignified. Lignified means their cell walls are lignified. Their cell walls are made up of lignin and they are elongated cells. They help in transporting water. And xylem parenchyma consists of living parenchymatous cells and it helps in the storage of food and conduction of water and mineral salts. Phloem parenchyma helps in the storage of starch, fats and other food materials. Xylem fiber helps in mechanical support and phloem fiber also helps in mechanical support. So xylem fiber and phloem fiber both are helpful in providing mechanical support to the plant. So with this we wrap up the plant tissue, in which there are two types of tissues. One is meristematic tissue and the other one is permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are again divided on the basis of location into apical and lateral. Permanent is divided into protective, supporting and conducting. Now the supporting permanent tissue is again divisible into parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma, whereas the conducting tissues are divisible into xylem and phloem. So with this we complete the plant tissue. In the next class we will go with the animal tissue.